A mix of frustration and relief tonight for the family of a Valley woman killed on a bus 2 years ago. This afternoon, their loved one's killer was sentenced to decades in prison.
12 News journalist Sean Rice was in the courtroom as the victim's family pleaded with the judge to reject a plea deal. Sean?
Yeah, Mark and Caribe, back in May 2022, Diane Craig would take her final breath aboard a Valley Metro bus near 27th Avenue and Baseline. Court records say she would run into the wrong person. It's a man named Joshua Bagley who admitted in court today that taking Diane Craig's life was the biggest mistake of his. Now, in the months leading up to this afternoon's sentencing hearing, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office would offer Bagley a plea agreement. It would have him accept responsibility by pleading guilty to both murder and kidnapping, but it would spare him from spending the rest of his days in prison. Craig's family told Judge Sam Myers this afternoon that they were heavily against the agreement and that they wanted the case to go to a trial. It's one that would open up the possibility of Bagley being imposed a much harsher sentence. Now, the judge ultimately accepted the plea deal and sentenced Bagley to 40 years in prison, but Craig's family is feeling left hopeless, wondering why the justice system, they say, hasn't worked for them.
Fair at all. Like I did express that to the judge that I would like to, my first option was death or life, but what can you do? I was hoping for the best. It wouldn't hurt to try. So, I just have to try.
Now, Craig's family also filed a lawsuit against the bus company. That would be Transdev. In that lawsuit, they argued the bus driver and company were both negligent when the bus driver didn't stop the bus or was even aware that Diane Craig was being murdered on their property. Now, with a case as gruesome as this one, Craig's family tells me again, they really would have liked to see this case go to a potential trial. It's one that could have led to Bagley even being sentenced to death or spend the rest of his days behind bars. Today, I reached out to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office to learn why they offered Bagley that plea deal. But so far this evening, I'm still waiting for their response. We're live in Phoenix. Sean Rice, 12 News.
All right.